Hi guys! Merry Christmas! I hope you're all really enjoying your day. I say that in the present tense. I don't know whether this will be going out today. Today is Christmas Day. And I've still got loads to do. So it might be going out on Boxing Day or even the day after. I don't know. So if that's the case, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas Day. Woke up at 5 o'clock. Well, actually, that's not true. I was woken up at 5:30. By T.I. shouting, "It's Christmas today!" Both of them rushing in with their stocking presents and kind of opening them up together, which was lush. I'd kind of already said that 5:30 was acceptable, much to my husband's dismay. He wanted 6:30. But I figured, we're not necessarily going to have that many more years of them wanting to get up and open presents and it all being really exciting. So that was the time we woke up, and then we went down.
Don't say anything. I'll see for myself. I thought this was going to be a letter or something. Who did this? Santa! Santa! I'm going to keep this.
And it was lovely waking up with them and just kind of going downstairs in our own home, opening the presents, which is quite refreshing because we've been with family and friends for the last few years. My dad died a couple of years ago, so we've kind of had the first Christmas without him and his last Christmas with kind of my family, which obviously I wouldn't have changed because it's kind of the way that it needed to be, but not always kind of the happiest of occasions. And it's been great, but I also put a huge, I suppose, expectation of myself around Christmas, where I want to provide the children with the perfect experience, kind of have them really enjoy their day, do everything I can to make that happen, be everything that they want me to be. And that has caused a few issues today, I'm not going to lie, because I have been trying so hard. Eventually it gets to the point where I didn't have kind of much left to give, and it is only 2 o'clock. I'm only kind of just really learning to be kind to myself when I do make a mistake or when I don't do kind of something the way I expected it to do, and not to have the expectation of how it should be. So that's kind of real progress for me, and I'm really happy that I was able to do that today and to kind of not get lost in, I suppose, negative thought patterns and, what goes on in my head. I've had the conversation with the boys that I'm sorry for being salty. It's because I was busy doing X, Y, and Z, but didn't want to say no to you. So I said yes to you, but then it became too much for me. So I ended up being not very nice to myself or to you guys. And they were really understanding. And I think me just vocalising it kind of really turned things around for me, mentally, to be able to kind of carry on and kind of have a really nice day, because that's exactly what we've done. We've visited the in-laws, we've opened presents, we've also played with some of their toys, set up their laptop and iPad. We've built a den, which was kind of where the saltiness came out, because they said they were going to do it themselves and they kept asking for my help, and I didn't say not yet because I didn't want to impact on their experience. It should have said not yet, but anyway, that's by the by. We've kind of built the den, and now the den's amazing. So I thought I'd give you a sneak peek into the den now it's all finished. We have T.I.'s, what do they call it? Wave light. That leaves a really cool effect. And they've both insisted that they're sleeping here tonight, so that's our living room commandeered. So it's been a Christmas full of kind of positivity, and it was nice to see my mum and to spread some of our kind of Christmas joy.
That must have been real nice.
So the kids are just with their virtual babysitters, which for us is a necessary part of any car journey. But I don't like them to be on them for the whole time. Trip to see family and friends usually takes a couple of hours, 2-3 hours. So if they were on them for that whole time, they'd come off like complete zombies. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it up and play some games and stuff as well. I've got a whole host of different car games to play. First we're going to play the name game. Okay, go on then. Ooh, nice. Oh no, it's usually W's that you give me. Okay, S's. Samuel Jackson. I can't believe you've given me another W. The name game for nearly 20 miles now. So I think that's probably enough when we get to the services. Guys, that's your 2-minute warning. I'm going to show the camera as well. Painting by numbers essentially, but on the phone, which is very cool. What's it called? Sandbox.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to play plot trumps?
I'm just saving it.
Right, I better have better luck than I have in the last few rounds. I like the sympathy you're giving there. You better not have the goose.
He does.
Oh, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Why, what's wrong with the goose?
It's so good.
Really?
Yeah, frequency 1,200.
Okay.
It wins every time on that.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm gonna win.
Right.
What a stupid rear.
Right, don't tell people what you've got. Boys, seriously. But that definitely hasn't been my experience all the time driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas. God, I'm so out of tune. I'll probably sing a few times on here just because I like a bit of singing, but I'm completely tone deaf. Driving back this year really was kind of polar opposite from their first Christmas driving back, and I was thinking about this on the journey down. You know, you've just seen kind of what we got up to this time, and it was really fun and I laughed and the journey went really quickly. But their first Christmas that I drove home to see my parents, I was on my own, my husband was working, and they were in the kind of rear facing car seat, so I couldn't see them. They both kept spitting their dummies out and just screaming blue murder in the car as I was going down the motorway. I stopped twice on the hard shoulder to put their dummies in. I was screaming, "Just shut up, shut up, shut up!" Whew. And at the time I was suffering with postnatal depression, so I was really irritable. My anger levels were really high. I didn't know how to deal with the situation. I felt really lost, really alone. I used to feel really, really bad about doing that, as I do with quite a lot of the experiences where I think I've done something wrong or like I didn't give them the best experience that I could have. But on the way down this year I was like, my God, that must have been horrendous for you. I felt really sorry for my kind of former self that was my experience. So Christmas Eve was really nice as well. We got a bit stir crazy at one point because we'd been in the house kind of all morning. I was like, right, we need to get out. So we went and did a bit of last minute shopping, went swimming, which was so much fun. Went out for some food, and then they were kind of saying that they wanted to go to bed. And by that point, it was only about 4:30. So we kind of fought to keep them up. We played some games, we watched a Christmas film, made some snickerdoodles, which are absolutely lush. They're like kind of little cinnamon biscuits. And TJ wanted to make them for Santa. It's become a bit of a Christmas tradition. We've done it for the last few years. And baking with kids, wow, it's something in my mind. I always had this vision of it being kind of, you know, really beautiful moments and kind of sharing the experience, but actually it's a bit of a stress fest. It's lovely as well, but kind of you're just like, oh no, don't put that in there yet, and no, let's wash our hands. Don't put that on your head, all the ingredients go in there.
And then one happy feet.
Have you washed your hands, by the way? Can you go and wash them?
Oh yes.
Boom, shakalaka. Okay, back to your place. Even with 3 hands, we don't do a brilliant job. Right, go around there, cream that together. Do you know what that means?
Just mush it.
Mush it. Yeah, that's exactly what it means.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, amazing job!
That honestly looks like sick porridge and hummus put in one.
That would be an advert for our snickerdoodles. Looks like sick porridge and hummus. Do you want to add the cinnamon or do you want me to do it?
You. Me.
You want to do it?
I want to.
You can't do that just because he said no.
I get to do it.
Yeah, you said you didn't want to do it.
This one definitely isn't.
That's looking a good.
All of them are scented.
No, we'll keep some. Okay, we're going to put them on to the next.
5 of them are scented.
Is that how many we want to put on the plate?
3.
I reckon we should go in the middle. He said 5, you said 3. Let's go with 4.
It's nearly Christmas. I really want it to be.
We put the carrots out for Rudolph, and the other reindeers, as TJ likes to remind me. It's not just one. Come and choose which snickerdoodles you want to put on Santa's plate.
This snickerdoodle. He might want a small one, so that one. Oh, we need a coffee mug. He's gonna shaka. We need to write a letter and say you can keep the flask.
And then they went to bed with a story, and then that kind of brought us up to the big day. So what do we have planned for the rest of the day? Well, we're going to cook and prepare our Christmas dinner, which I'm really looking forward to. We want to spend some time together as a family, having snugs, watching some films in the den, playing some games. What else? I don't really know other than that, and that's kind of quite nice that we don't know. We don't have any other plans, so we are just going to kind of spend our Christmas together and enjoy each other's company, which is exactly what it should be. So here is our Christmas dinner in all its glory. So we have stuffing and pigs in blankets, homemade cauliflower cheese, homemade roast potatoes, spring greens and baby corn, parsnips, carrots, and then we've actually got a chicken because there wasn't enough of us to warrant a turkey. Chicken and Yorkshire pudding. So I think I'm just going to leave it there, other than I'm really grateful for kind of what I have in my life and who I have in my life and what I've been given as well. The gifts have been so thoughtful, even from the kids. They've just been really sweet. I hope that everybody else out there has had a really lovely Christmas, whether you've kind of spent it with your family and friends. And if you don't have that, because I know Christmas can be a really hard time of year, I hope love has been involved in some way or another, even if it's kind of showing it to yourself when you don't want to, or kind of trying to practice that at least, because I'm fast learning that that's probably one of the most important things. You can try and love everybody else around you, but if you don't have love for yourself, you're never going to be able to appreciate the love you have to give or the love that you receive. God, hashtag corny Christmas message, but it's true. Merry Christmas, guys. I'll probably be doing a New Year's post as well, so look out for that. And yeah, we'll catch up soon. Bye!